Scanning, synchronizing, stabilizing. Engaged.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? This is K Rev, and I am so happy to be here this afternoon. Listen, it's Friday, Fun Friday, Finesse Friday, however you want to phrase Friday. It is a great day to be alive. It's a great day to have breath in your body. You know, if I was in church, I would say, turn to your neighbor and say, breath in my body. Listen, I'm excited today, man, because I can see, I can taste, I can touch, I can enjoy life. I have the ability to do what I want when I want. And many people don't have that luxury. As a life insurance agent, yes, I do life insurance. I do some financial planning. And when I go to insurance applications, you know, you got this laundry list of questions that you have to ask, you know, a potential client. And, you know, from have you had angina? Have you had this? Have you had that? And you know what? I'm blessed to say that a lot of that stuff I've never experienced. And I'm so happy to say that. I love holistic living. I love doing the work. I love positioning myself to make sure that I am living to fight another day. You don't ever want to get behind that fight of having bad health. You don't want to get behind that fight. You want to always stay in front of it. And so I am encouraged to have great people on the couch to have conversation with to help you do just that. And so today I am blessed to have such an extraordinary entrepreneur on the platform today. Listen, a lot of you guys know that entrepreneurship is my life. I've been a solid on the go entrepreneur without a 9-to-5 job now for 2.5 years. And I can't say that the experience has always been an easy experience, but it's been a freeing experience. And I love it. And I would never position myself to trade anything for it. Now, if you have to do the 9-to-5, if I had to go back, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't go back, but it would be hard to do so. I know that if I did, the tenure would be very short. So I'm definitely excited about life. I'm definitely passionate about life. And I want to introduce you to this young lady that we're going to be bringing on after our intro. Her name is Miss E. I've had the luxury of meeting her, having a conversation with her, my friend Shira out of Ohio. Again, thanks, Shira, for the introduction, who introduced me to this beloved, awesome, multi-talented, multi-gifted entrepreneur. And I got her bio here, and it's great. Who is Miss E? Well, she is an author. She's a baker. She's an organizer and a relationship coach. Her entrepreneurship journey began officially in April 2007 with Miss E's Home Reorganization, where she cleans and organizes homes and offices. Now, in September 2008, Miss E's Glory Loaves hit the market and is enjoyed by all ages from 2 to 96 years of age. That is awesome. Glory Loaves are a very tasty version of cinnamon, raisin, banana, and zucchini breads that are available at several locations throughout the Northeast Ohio area. Various vending and craft events, and by ordering through the website, which is www.gloryloaves.com, which ships throughout the U.S. Her third book, A Guide for Vendors, which was released January 2020, shares tips and information to assist other small businesses in having event successes. I love that. In 2011, she published her book, Are You Sure That You Are Ready? It's a singles guide to preparing for marriage. The accompanying workbook was published in 2016. I love that as well. So you also help us to, get ourselves ready by journaling, whatever we do. Great. While writing the first book, she realized her call and passion for relationships and helping others. This combined with recognizing the comfort that men and women had to talk to her, she decided to get certified to professionally help them. She obtained several certificates or certifications through AACC, that's AACC, including her coaching certifications for relationship, premarital and marriage, coach. She's during the summer of 2013. Now, she's also certified as a relationship facilitator for Prepare, I think, Enrich. Okay, then for Prepare Enrich. Okay, copies of her book and workbook can be purchased on Amazon and through her website. All right, and so in connection with her book and workbook, Are You Sure You Are Ready? A singles guide to preparing for marriage, she hosted an event called Coffee and Conversation on third Fridays before COVID-19 shut things down at the Cafe Fix Midtown in Cleveland. Okay, so it was in Cleveland, Ohio, where both singles and couples came together to discuss various relationship topics. Now, Miss E has accepted that God has put her on assignment to get his word out and to help singles and couples in the process. She's not trying to preach. Well, maybe she should. Maybe she should preach to us. Maybe she should just simply talk, listen, and inform as many that are open to the process of how to improve their relationships, marriages, and make healthier choices. This is awesome. I am happy to have this young lady on Kouch today. So after our intro, you will be speaking to none other than Miss E. And we're going to be asking her some questions on entrepreneurship and also about these glory loaves. I'm looking forward to have some of these. Listen, it's happening today on the couch. K's Couch.
Throughout life, one may feel he or she hasn't been heard, seen, or no one is listening. However, look up. Don't fret. There is a place for you.
Processing.
Greetings.
Access granted.
Welcome to the couch. K's Couch.
It does not say whether you're bad or good, but it is a measurement.
Every single time you go to that bathroom and you got a stream of urine flowing out, you need to be saying, praise God.
Wow.
Because that's a sign that your kidney is getting better.
Like during that time when it was a fraction of a penny, and then you held it until today, you're a multi-millionaire.
Great. And as a result of this next conference, I am going to have a number of events following the conference.
Okay, I got you.
Nobody else. Willing to open the book.
To get this knowledge that you have, you gave up a lot of personal time with family.
It's less than $40 for both.
Wow.
And I have it in a variety of colors.
I take every moment as it is. I've learned to be where my feet are.
Miss E, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Listen, I'm doing great. Glad to have you on the platform on the couch today. I really appreciate you taking the time to spend some time with us today.
Well, I thank you for having me on the show. I am more than excited to be here, and I so appreciate Shira for introducing us.
Absolutely. I appreciate her for that too as well. I really appreciate that. So listen, you have a roster of a resume. So, I mean, you have a lot going on in a positive way. I mean, a lot of people could say that they have a lot going on, but they're not really doing anything but being busy and non-productive. For you have been busy, but very productive. And so I definitely want to kind of step into some of these things that you are doing. So let's kind of talk a little bit here about Miss E's enterprise. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
let's talk about your enterprise. Let's talk
Yeah.
about that. So so we was tipping into Miss E's home and business organization that topped off, and I want to go back to your resume when
Mhm.
that started back in 2007. So
Mhm.
let's okay, before we do that, how did entrepreneurship come about for you? Did it choose you or did you choose entrepreneurship?
It chose me. It chose
Okay.
me. I was minding my own business,
Oh yeah.
not a business, just minding my business.
Okay.
And each of these different areas came about, but the way that it happened, it was through someone else planting the seed.
Okay.
And apparently my spirit was open to it, but it was something I had not considered for myself.
Got you. Got you.
For instance, with the home reorganization, a very good friend of mine had come over one day and we were getting ready for her parents' anniversary party.
Got you.
And when she saw the house, because I want to say this was her first time coming since I had moved, because I had not long moved here. I moved in October 2006. And
Mm-hmm.
so she came over, it was February 2007. We getting dressed and everything. And I'm showing her the house and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she was very impressed by the way I had it set up.
Got
I
you.
didn't think anything about it, and she was just like asking me who did this, who did that, and I was like, well, I did. And she was like, girl, do you realize people will pay you to do this for them? And I was like, well, I hadn't really thought about it. I was like, which would make sense. I said, because I watch it on TV. I said, but
Mhm.
it just never clicked for me to
Got you.
pursue it. So
Mhm.
once she did that, I started kind of thinking about it, like, well, maybe. And when I was at a gathering at a friend's house, shortly thereafter, I happened to mention that this is what I would be doing.
Right.
And one of the ladies there, which I knew most of us were from church, from the same church. And so she was like, when I told her what I was going to be doing,
Mhm.
she was like, oh, I need you at my house like yesterday. And so, and ironically, her name also happens to be Erica. And
Got you.
and our birthdays happen to be a week apart from each other. So that's what it
Wow.
was. Yeah.
Wow.
And so yeah, so she became my first client and I was going from there. And so when it came down to that, it was just like, okay, I had to come up with a name. Well, I had come up with a name and everything, and that how Miss E's home reorganization, it just came to be.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah. And
That's
so
awesome.
I just I look back on it funny now because I remember one of my uncles asking me about being an entrepreneur, but the way it was introduced was more so third party doing like selling Tupperware or something like that. And I had no interest in that,
Got you.
So this seemed to be a little different. And of course, I'm a lot older at this point and was like, well, let's just see. So it
Mhm.
started as part time, slowly yet a little quickly turned full time.
Got you. Got you. Got
Mhm.
you. So how long did you do the home and office organizer? Do you still do that now or
I still do that now, in different capacities. I have
okay.
several clients that I clean for regularly. I
Okay.
also work in connection with an Airbnb host in which
Mm,
we refresh the units for guests arrival, and then also manage the housekeepers and the supplies and stuff connected to it. Go shopping for that.
okay.
And people would have their home offices and stuff like that, and even some businesses helping getting them organized and stuff, because I
Got
was
you.
also doing that when I was doing temporary work. I want to say, what year was that? 2001, 2002.
Mhm.
When I would go to places, before I could actually do the work, I had to get the files and stuff organized because I couldn't work like that.
Mm.
It was not functional. So
Got you.
I
Got
took
you.
it from that standpoint and then just started offering as a separate service during my own time.
Oh, that's cool. That's good. That's good. I really, really can appreciate that. Many don't know. I had my first entrepreneur job. I was 10 years old.
Mm,
I told my mom I was standing in the kitchen that I wanted to go to work. I want a job. And she told me, well, you're not too young, but if you start working now, that you're not gonna stop. I said, well, I got to have to deal with that, but I got my first job as a custodian. My uncles, they had their own cleaning service and business,
Mhm.
and they had huge contracts with a lot of the big buildings downtown Atlanta. And during the summer, I will come and do that. I will come and clean buildings. I will come and vacuum, clean bathrooms, do all that stuff. And that teetered into my life for a long time. That was in my life from the time I was 10 until I got to junior high school. And
Oh,
junior
wow.
high school, I transitioned to being a custodian after school for
Oh,
seventh
wow.
and eighth grade. And from seventh and eighth grade, I did that when I went to high school.
Hmm.
And that followed me all the way to my 11th grade year of school, high school. And so to hear how you did home organizing and office organizer, I can definitely relate because
Mhm.
I've been in a similar capacity as you have. I mean, yours may be a little bit more neater than mine, but you know,
But
but
it gets the job
yeah,
done.
but it gets the job done, enough to get a call back,
Yeah.
so I can definitely can appreciate your gift of being able, that's a gifting and a calling, because a lot of people don't know how to organize. A
Yeah.
lot of people cannot organize. And sometimes I have organized chaos. I know where everything is, but some people just have a gift and a talent to be structured in that way. And I give you your flowers for that. Now, understanding this, now, while you're doing these clean-ins and while you are organizing offices,
Mhm.
now in the structure of you started doing books, you start creating books.
Mhm.
Now, are you sure that you're ready?
Mhm.
No, I know that you got two different types. Now, you are a certified life coach, relationship coach.
Mhm.
So you provide, guidance with that. And
Mhm.
then you also are you sure that you're ready for the entrepreneurial side of things?
Mhm.
So tell us a little bit about, I know you're great and you glean in both. And I know you
Mhm.
and I had a conversation and you kind of wanted to kind of touch more on the entrepreneur side of things. So what made you create this book and workbook for this?
Well, well, the workbook is connected with the relationship
The
part.
relationship book. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the book for vendors right
Hmm.
here. Can you
Yeah,
see it?
bring it over so we
Yeah.
can come over a little
Mhm.
bit more to your left.
Yeah. Mhm. To my left.
Okay. There
Yeah.
you go. There
There
you
we
go.
go.
There we go. Right there.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, that came as a result of an event I had attended. I was part of a panel of speakers. Um, and we were talking about the different issues, circumstances, questions that have come up from attending events.
Hmm.
And I had, in preparation for it, I'm writing down my points of conversation, things that I'm
Hmm.
hoping come up. If it comes up, we can address, to the audience, because I wasn't sure what the format was going to be. So I was trying to prepare for myself. That's the organizer in me. And so as I'm writing these things down, then it was revealed to me, this is your chapters for your book.
Hmm.
And
Got you. Got
I'm
you. Got
like,
you. Got
mm, that wasn't part of my plan, but experiences taught me we're going to be obedient.
got
This
you.
is what we're going
Right.
to do.
Right.
Because
Right.
while I'm at the event, I did announce, okay, well, apparently I'm going to be having this book coming out that will help guide you in more detail, because the people were wanting more information and
Hmm.
having it more tangible right in their hands. And
Hmm.
so that's what I did. I was like, okay, so we'll do this. And so that was in May of 2019.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so
Okay.
by January 2020, the book was ready and published to be released. And I thought I was going to be going about, I had a plan to go about and share the information about the book. But as we all know, come March, everything got shut
Mm,
down. So we had
got you.
to
Right.
take a different approach to it. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. 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 Right.
So yeah,
So
I
in
wanted
the
to provide it so people would have something more in their hands to help them make decisions and become more successful as they
okay.
attend.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to be getting my hands on that book here soon.
Okay.
If, can we find it on Amazon? You know,
You
things like
sure
that.
can. You can find it wherever fine books are sold. They
Thank
are
you.
priced at $25,
Okay.
and I figured that price point was more than fair because the average craft show vending event is usually about $25 and up. That's
Right.
usually,
That's right.
to get started. And so, that so that you don't have to do the hard work
Right.
that I had to do. Because if I had this book available, I probably would have done things a lot different
Got
in
you.
some respect, when it came to choosing events and everything. But
Mhm.
I understand sometimes it's trial and error, but I also like to learn or glean from other people's experiences. So
Got
if
you.
you tell
Got
me
you.
this don't work too well or it works better for this, that, and the other, I'm gonna take that under advisement and we'll do
I
it.
love it. I
Yeah.
understand that. I'm gonna get my hands on that book, and then once I get my hands on that book and get my copy, I'm
Hmm.
gonna read, and we're gonna bring you back, and we're gonna talk about
Okay.
and that conversation is gonna be about that book.
Okay.
I've been in places where I've helped a lot of other authors and want to introduce their material and content, and that's what I'm
Hmm.
all about. And I
Hmm.
definitely will be bringing you back to discuss that book. Are you sure that you're ready for the entrepreneurship world? Because listen, sometimes you're not ready, but you're forced into it.
Yes.
And so that's kind of what happened to me. I always had the heart, but I got up that morning in March, just like you. Things shut down. I got up that morning in midway of March that my job was no longer available.
Wow.
And the same week, the church that I play at, well, I'm a guitar player and I do other things, but
Hmm.
the church that brung in the other portion of my income uh,
Hmm.
was gone.
Right.
The same
Just
whole
like
week.
that.
So I had
Yeah.
nothing available. So I get it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to read this book. Now, I had a friend of mine, Miss Eureka Thomas.
Hmm.
She wanted to know, do you travel? Do you travel to do services?
I do. I do. I
Okay.
travel to do organizing service. I've traveled with doing vending events.
Okay.
Matter of fact, it was one of my fellow entrepreneurs. I met her one year. She had a table behind me,
Hmm.
and we just got to talking. We clicked, and she got to talking about traveling outside of Cleveland because she was like, "There's more to it than Cleveland." Just
Mm.
not to down Cleveland, but at the same time, she wanted to go out. She wanted to see, and I was like, "Well, how do you find out about these events?" And she
Okay.
was telling me about it, so I was like, "Hmm." And she told me about one that was happening in Michigan. I want to say it was closer to Detroit area.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I went and connected with the organizer
Hmm.
and agreed to go. And we were going to go together. Well, it turns
Gotcha.
out she double booked. And so she wasn't available. Now, the great
Gotcha.
thing was I don't mind driving and don't mind traveling by myself.
Hmm.
So I went up there, ended up having a great time, connected with the organizer. She had me up for a few other events. I
Okay. Okay.
connected with other entrepreneurs. We've done stuff together since then. So
Okay.
it was
Okay.
definitely worth doing.
Hmm.
Matter of fact,
Okay.
I'm scheduled to go to Detroit this coming Saturday. Well, not tomorrow, but the following Saturday.
Okay.
Um, just pretty much to hang out with one of the connections that I had made up there,
Okay.
and we're going to just hang out. But of course, I'm gonna take some orders,
Right.
tag along with me because why not?
Right, right. I definitely am excited. We're gonna take a brief break. We're gonna take a
Mhm.
brief break and give host to our sponsors. Our sponsors is brought to you by Standard Mag, the
Okay.
voice of the entrepreneur and the voice of the culture, and also KR3 and Co Enterprises, which helps businesses grow and grow securely, and Lit Chat. Lit Chat is a awesome new social media platform that I am a part of, and I'm happy to be a part of, and it helps light your words. So now your words have fire. So you get a chance to
Oh
see a little
wow.
bit of their stuff here in just a second. So we got Miss E. So after our commercial breaks, we'll be right back. Then we're going to talk about these glory loaves. We're going
Okay.
to talk about these glory loaves and how they came about. And everybody, sit back and relax and enjoy yourself. And we want to make sure that we get these right commercials up and going. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Life is filled with many unexpectancies. If something happened to you today, heart attack, cancer, stroke, or diagnosed with anything terminal, are you prepared for what's next?
Only 1 out of 4 to 5 Americans have considered that life is unexpected, uncertain, and has some uncontrollable risk. Are you that 4 to 5 that hasn't taken action yet? Call right now for your free quote. Tomorrow's not promised. The protection of your legacy depends on what choice you make in this moment. Call right now.
The word lit has taken on a whole new meaning.
Warning.
This is not a drill.
Feel the energy at Lit Chat. We don't just like your post, we ignite your post. From the serious businessman, merchant, seller, socialite to the prolific entertainer, it's time now to show the world just how lit you are. www.litchat.com, your source for lit status, lit content, and conversation. Lit Chat, now your words have fire. Now on Droid and Apple.
Listen, we're glad to be back. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. We got one more commercial and we'll be right back.
Dublin, Georgia. Let's get ready for a night of elegance.
You have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you almost make me fall in love. If you keep this up, then I'll let you in. Oh, wanna get you closer to my body. Wanna feel your hands all over me. Gotta make them jealous, everybody. 'Cause you know we got it, chemistry. Oh yeah, all around me. Oh yeah, chemistry. Oh yeah, you and me. Yeah, you know we got it, chemistry. You make all my problems feel miles away. Nothing in this world made sense up till today. I can see the colors now, no black and white. If you keep this up, then I'll stay the night. 'Cause you have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you.
All right, we're back. We're back. I just love that music. We're back. We're back. We're back with Miss E. Thank you so much for being available today. And thank you so much for sharing some of your time and sharing us with some of your knowledge and things that's going on. So now, before we go, this is one of the biggest things that I can appreciate. Now, I want to talk about these glory loaves. Now, I need y'all to go to check out www.gloryloaves.com and get a chance to kind of familiarize yourself with some of the products that Miss E has. And so I'm gonna show this some of these here loaves and things that got. So we got here, so you do cinnamon raisin, we got the banana nut bread, and we got the zucchini roll, the zucchini loaves.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about these loaves.
Well, it started with the cinnamon raisin, right?
Okay.
And
Right.
I started making full loaves as a for gifts initially, and it turned into a business because people started asking about them,
Yes.
asking me to make them. Because it was one thing when I volunteered and made it as a gift for a bride to be or a mom to be, but then people started asking for me to make them outside of that.
Okay.
And I figured if I'm gonna do it, I wanted to be able to offer different sizes and different options. So it started
Gotcha.
with the cinnamon raisin, started mixing it up a little bit because then cranberry and walnut, or cran nut as I call it.
Gotcha.
With or without raisins, if you get pecans or walnuts, and then I did what was called all in in 2016 as it would connected to the Cavs theme. So that was the year we won the championship.
Gotcha.
And so that has cranberry, walnuts, pecans, and raisins all in it. And then so now I have that various dietary options because a lot of people are vegan now, or experimenting with that. And then you also have keto. It's a keto friendly version and a gluten free. And for the cinnamon raisins, so I have different variations for both of those in different sizes. And then I have the banana and banana nut. Those are in different sizes. You got a half loaf, which is that's the size of a half loaf.
Got
And
you.
then you have that's the zucchini both with and without nuts. And I think I'm for the fall this year, I'm gonna do one with chocolate with the zucchini because it came as a suggestion.
Okay.
The
Okay.
banana and banana nut, that's also your standard, but then I also have a banana and dark chocolate
Ooh.
that's together both in the half and the mini loaf
Ooh.
format.
Okay then.
And then for this summer, which is coming soon to a close as of September 4th, through
Mhm.
the Labor Day holiday, I have the strawberry bread.
Mm.
There's some strawberry syrup. Yes, you get the
See.
half loaves of with strawberry by itself,
Okay.
strawberry and chocolate, and then a strawberry banana nut
Okay. Okay. Okay.
mixed
Okay.
together. Yes.
I was
Oh, and then
trying
I
to.
have a mixed banana and zucchini nut too. I forgot about that one.
Oh
That one's
wow. Oh
very
wow. Okay
good.
then. So you
Yes.
just showing out with all these loaves.
Try to change it up, give it
Yeah, that's cool. So will we be able to on the website, we'll be able to find all of this and we can order from the
Yes.
site, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
much so. Yes. I
Okay.
just ask you give me at least 48 to 72 hours for turnaround for time for me to bake it and
Okay.
ship it out. And then usually pending there aren't any holdups with the
Okay.
postal service,
Right.
usually get them within 2 to 3 days after I ship them out. And I send you confirmation that that's been done.
That's awesome. That's
Mhm.
awesome. So I'm gonna be ordering me some glory loaves this
Okay.
weekend. So I'm
Okay.
definitely excited. So what my plan is here from this conversation next is to order my book
Mhm.
and going to get started on reading my book.
Mhm.
And then we're going to have a conversation here on Kay's couch
Okay.
about the book and over some glory loaves, man. Like so,
Okay.
so that's gonna be the plan. That's the
Okay.
plan.
All right.
So be looking out for the invitation, and we'll set a date to
Mhm.
get everything done. So I'll have my loaves available, and
Mhm.
also we'll have the book available. So we discuss the conversation on
Yes.
are you sure that you're ready, and from the entrepreneur standpoint of things. And
Yeah.
I want to thank you, Miss E, for like today for this time and just allowing me to introduce you to my world and you
Mhm.
accepting the invitation to come in to my world.
Yes. Yes,
And
I
I
thank
really,
you.
absolutely, I truly appreciate it. And so before we go,
Mhm.
is there I do want to share something before I allow you to say something here.
Mm.
Is I usually do this and I mean it with all sincerity when I do this to every entrepreneur and conversationalist I have on the couch is I want to thank you. I want to personally thank you for making the decisions that you've made to be where you are right now,
Mm.
because without you choosing to make these glory loaves or home organizing or creating your books, a lot of people will be lost right now. A lot of people wouldn't have had the opportunity to attest to your great work ethic, to your great gifting that's been allotted to this world. And I want to thank you for just really listening to that, because without people like you, without you listening, without you really giving your gift and giving recycling what's been given back to the world, a lot of us wouldn't have the luxury of knowing who you are. And I want to thank you for just listening. Okay.
All right, I appreciate it. I really do. I'm grateful to been, say I get to do this. And so the
Yeah.
fact that God chose me to do this, I am more than humbled and honored to be able to be a part and work to direct people back to him.
Absolutely. And I want to thank you for that. So before we go, is there anything that you want to share with the audience concerning being an entrepreneur or dream chasing or, anything that you feel that you want to share with us before we leave?
Yes. Um, as one of the comedians I follow, his tour was called It Ain't for the Weak. I would say that is one of the main things when it comes to this life, especially when you're doing it full time,
The truth.
because without a belief system, without faith in something above you, you're going to struggle even harder.
Yes.
Because you have to hold on. When they talk about that mustard seed faith,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Trust me. I know.
and yeah, right, exactly. And I've been doing this full time now for 10 years. This year marks 10
Wow.
years. And
Wow.
keep in mind,
Congratulations.
this is not what I set out to do. Thank you.
Wow.
Um, I was okay with the 9 to 5. I really was. It was good to me. I knew I could count on my check when it was time, and everything. So to do this was not in my plan, but apparently it was in his. He has guided me. He has led me. Because you're gonna have to hold on. We're gonna defer to that. You're gonna have to go back to him and say, okay, well, I know you told me to do this. If you're having issues, it's like, okay, so what do we do? What are you gonna do? Because these bills still looking to get paid. What we doing?
Right.
So, but holding on to that and making sure you're connecting with more like-minded, positive people, that'll help encourage you, learning from others who are already doing what you want, not who said they did it and they stopped, because that would sooner encourage you to stop. You don't want to stop. You may want to take time to refocus and, and rejuvenate, but then you got to get back out there and keep going. Take the time that you need to self-care, because self-care as an entrepreneur, it can be challenging because you're so busy doing, and you forget to do for yourself.
Absolutely.
So that's the main, key. Like I said, in a supportive circle, I am so grateful for those in my life who are not only just my friends, but they're that chosen family, that truly support and encourage me when I'm questioning certain things, or should I do this? And they're like, yeah, go ahead, do that. And so that helps a whole lot. Now, you may not do everything that they suggest or whatever, but the fact that they're encouraging and supporting you along the way, because they're looking to you to keep going, because that does something for them, believe it or not. You never know who's watching you, and you don't know who knows who that knows you.
That is so true. I have to agree with you. My dad has always taught me that everybody won't read the Bible, but somebody will always read you. And so it's important. They'll understand that they might not understand the testament of Matthew, but they'll understand the testament of you. So it's very important that you live a life, not just for you, but you're living a life for somebody else to follow you. So listen, Miss E, I am outdone today. I am excited to have gotten a chance to connect with you. Now, I don't eat a lot of bread, but I'm going to eat some glory loaves, though.
Okay, now I say everything in moderation, you'll be all right. But I do put out this disclaimer.
Gotcha.
It's that I am not responsible for any addictions that may occur from the consumption of this product. However, I do not judge our supply and demand, okay?
I'm excited, definitely excited. Miss E, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the couch. Everybody, y'all know love life and live love. You only have one. So hang out with me real quick after my outro. So everybody, you have a great weekend. I look to see and talk to you guys real soon. It happened here today on the couch. Kay's Couch.